Alright, I'll have a number 5, with an extra large soda. Hey, welcome back to more ReFantazio. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we set out on our way to, Altabury. And this time, I mean, that's what we're gonna be doing. I have a new book, How to Walk Outside the Island, because we've been starting off a travelogue, Guide of the Land Outside the Island. It's been thoroughly annotated by Yufa. You have to start reading it. So this guide to life outside the island must be tough for them. We do need tolerance. Travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside Virga Island, told through the Mastari author's first-hand experience. It's practical guides for things like creating an altar while traveling, making eye contact with unmasked people. These encapsulate some of the difficulties Mastari people face living outside the island. You must have read and reread this thoroughly if the book is nearly in tatters. Learning a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet this author and June are jumping right into it. Or Yufa are jumping right into it. Okay. Probably next time we read it, we'll be up to 4.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Indeed.
See you the day after tomorrow. Feel temperature dropping since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold in Altabury.
Alright then.
Oh shit, we can actually rank up with Neris. Cool. And there we go. It's a lucky spawn, got nothing to do. What's the matter, Arweed? Have you come across another potential relic?
Well.
Ye gods, what is this?
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
Why, hello there, my dear little guest. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Baby talking to relics. Never cease to amaze me no matter how much I study them. The relics use power that interferes directly with the fundamental elements of matter.
Oh.
I see, so if I harness the colossal heat generated at that point... I hear it! By my sainted aunt, I hear it! The whispers of an ancient civilization, their secrets murmured in hushed reverence. Ah, thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Well, strike me down. There were also all kinds of relics out there. They'll give me a thunderclap of inspiration even when I'm at a low point. Huh? Feeling low? Well, I'm deep in my research. Sometimes this anxiety just overcomes me, is all. Start wondering if these happy days of mine might suddenly disappear. You remember I told you about my failed flight test back in my more respectable days, back when I was still just a young man? I set out to prove my own flight theory and botched it, spectacularly. Once I'd heard the ensuing crash, I was demoted. They chose to adopt another flight plan. Most of all, the people I thought friends and supporters quietly took their leave of me one by one. So my colleagues changed their cuteness. Easily as a coin flips me to realize just how frightening people are. What I fear most, though, is the coward I'd become.
Alright.
After you've been burned, instead of choosing the path of exhilaration in the unknown, you tend to favor the path that's safe, secure, and least risky.
It'll be fine.
One thing just in your way is personal growth, isn't it? I'd say saying safe should still be a priority, but don't worry. Come so far, forward so far together, we won't repay you for taking a few steps back. I've grown too timid. Goes to show you can't let old age so young, okay? Thanks to you both, I do love you.
Oh, come on.
I'm glad that you're feeling better, right, Will? Ah, bless her. I'm grateful for the encouragement. I feel like I know what it really means to be strong when I'm with you lot. We could have met you a lot sooner. They might have felt a bit more.
I'll do it.
Now, perhaps it's better thing this time gallivanting around with you the second lease on life. I'll make up for all that wasted youth in no time flat.
Ah, for the blessings of you. The truth is...
Truth be told, the relics are really starting to come together thanks to you. Yet the strange sense of this gadgetry could generate untold levels of power. Something the size of my palm enough to power 1,000 Gauntlet Runners, even more, I dare say. Why does this complete? Not even the stars feel like such a faraway dream. Though that hinges on you all finding all those relics. Well, with that settled, I'm counting you to bring a new relic for a new flash of inspiration.
This one's important.
Bitter memories.
Now then.
Now I'm fighting fit again. It's time for some maintenance. Yes, maintenance. You'll be lending me a hand, of course.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It would seem that...
We now stand among the mountains. We have not engaged at the beasts of Antara from the island, but never imagined I would see them this close. Although remains cold year-round, so quite accordingly, it is people have perfected the art of piping hot stew. And it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom as well. So that'll be the stage of our confrontation with Louise.
Yes.
Let's keep our hopes high. Tell Mom's on the present. If you're sure all preparations complete by tomorrow night.
Alright then.
It'd be really cool if you could. Ah well. You know what? We're here. So I'll make an almighty golden stew. Again. I believe we have... Yeah, no, we've seen all the dialogue for this.
May I?
Yeah. Technically, we're wasting a little bit by doing that, but because we can get a little bit more next time. Next time we hang out with Maria. Especially when Grand Strike contains the list recommended in shops, the word must go in small letters next to some, presumed by Yufa. Therefore, those advising against praying at restaurants in Grand Trad. Doing so will greatly increase the chance of being kicked out, apparently. I think a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet the Elfer and Yufa are jumping right into it.
Now then.
It's the same dialogue as before. There we go. There's Tolerance 4.
Tolerance. Why, that...
Come look at this!
You're not gonna believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes!
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff. A bluff so tremendous, it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Ooh. Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Indeed. Falling off that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying. And exhilarating, I imagine. I need to try jumping off it. Down, ball-faced scantascullions! Oh, what's going on into you? It's rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner. And remind you of the time you're all yelling before me. It's a rather terrible experience, I admit, but if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn!
Yes.
If you're there. And using, I'd also like to try screaming as well. What's the matter? I don't think to do it, but the door just won't come out all, and yeah. Oh, this girl's just too charming. Never change, love. Anyone else have something to yell about?
Alright.
I'm gonna broaden my wisdom? Okay.
As for me,
Oh, I suppose it's all on yours, son. For a list of complaints that I wish to recite you all on a daily basis, son. Oh, rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. We don't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions.
Bombs away!
But I must scream! Oh, love, nearest. As always, I've drawn this place. Yeah.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters, peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
So I'm in town by this time tomorrow. Drink a Luma Bee.
Let's head there right
And
away.
everyone just has wisdom. I don't want wisdom. We're gonna finish this book. Such indeed of small cute animals that exist outside the island is particularly worn. Even must have returned to the section often, but goes into make some methods mainlanders use to raise animals for food. I feel the authors and Yufa shocked through the pages.
Alright.
I finished the book, feeling my understanding of the world has
All right.
Yeah, that caught our tolerance
Marches
up
on,
a
and the age of
bunch.
a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly time.
There's only a ways further till we reach Alterbury. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Louis is already there. Sooner or later we'll have to hand Dracodio Soft to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details. You have to stand tall and be confident. You have to tell a lie, look him straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it.
All right then.
Got a sec?
Last time we were able to relax, we'll be jumping right into it. After hordes. I guess we could just like rush Courage 5. What's the last book? Give. Last book is Imagination. Yeah, well.
No. Now then.
It's not much, but it's enough.
Courage. Why, that's...
Cockneys that precious kindling with which your father's passion may be inflamed.
Nura speaking.
Got something on the old goes, Velas, I'll be taking a short stop.
Before Alterbury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Just look at it!
The bridges are huge! There's an area defined by its numerous valleys. The bridges connect to the flatlands and the increasing amount of places which people may live. Makes sense, but if these bridges were to fall in battle, these people would end up isolated. All very fascinating, but have you looked what's directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they? The remains of those who fell into the Annex War. This was a site of a fierce battle and the dead were left to elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. We're tragic and shouldn't disrespect the fallen here. Indeed, I can't bear to think of something on the scale of happening again. It's been no pleasure to see it, it's as valuable to experience the cold reality of battle, beyond the legends and tales of valor. Call this memory to your hearts. How the matter that drifts about this place carries such oppressive weight. Feel the sadness and regret of those lives who came to an end here.
All right.
Hey!
Something wrong, Nurse? Your face has gone blue.
That.
Behind you, Nurse, I just saw... Ah! Do refrain from doing that again! Things doesn't matter, not my forte! Nurse, I'm surprised you put any stock in scary stories. More gentle soul than I give you credit for. Too true, before else I'm a delicate flower.
Well then,
You make quiet departures, so as not to rouse the dead.
that's my fault.
For such fast, I would like to give those who died a proper send-off and do this with that in mind.
Alterbury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
The seat of Sanctism, Alterbury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
I am called Euphausia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Forden. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raze their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day Festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the 2nd day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the lance passed muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. But now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out. It's cold.
Yeah, I'm freezing my wings off.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Speaking of,
If it's Mystario and Inn we seek, I know of one in the center of town. It's called Skyward Tavern. Though being rather pleasant with very little that would put to Mystario roots. It's on Dear Franco Street, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, cool. Now these Huckleberries are irrelevant. Going for a freeze, though? I'm sure you can survive another night out in the cold. Wait, oh, I think it's Tsunemayo. But, there's some Lumia, I guess. Regardless, that will do it for this time. And next time, we'll make our way over to that inn. But until then, see you guys later.